bersemangat untuk melonjakkan industri animasi negara. Penubuhannya diharapkan menjadi platform kepada graduan tempatan untuk berkarya, menghasilkan animasi 3D berkualiti tinggi yang berimej tempatan, namun tetap mempunyai daya tarikan global. Nama Le Kopak diambil daripada frasa Melayu Las Kopek yang membawa maksud kad terakhir atau peluang terakhir di mana segala harapan diletakkan. Gaya ejaannya pula sengaja digayakan dengan sentuhan ala Perancis bagi memberikan identiti yang lebih unik dan berjiwa global. Logo Le Kopak diinspirasikan daripada peribahasa Melayu bagai katak di bawah tempurung. Namun, simbol ini diolah semula menjadi seekor katak di atas tempurung, melambangkan keberanian untuk keluar daripada kepompong lama dan bersedia melangkah ke pentas dunia. Hari ini, Le Kopak Production telah berkembang menjadi sebuah studio produksi animasi tempatan yang unggul. Dikenali dengan karya berkualiti serta mengangkat nama Malaysia di persada antarabangsa. Dua puluh tahun yang lalu, sebuah impian kecil bermula di Shah Alam. Dari sebuah pasukan kecil, berkembang menjadi studio animasi yang membentuk generasi, mencipta memori dan mengangkat nama Malaysia ke persada antarabangsa. Upin dan Ipin muncul sebagai ikon negara. Watak kecil.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our guests of honor. announcing the arrival of our guests of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem, Negaraku, and the state anthem, Ibu Pertiwiku. Thank you. Please be seated. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera and a very good morning to Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline Anak Cleophas Jonah, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, representing the Honorable Datuk Seri Roland Sagahui, Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, Yang Berusaha, Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Shahril bin Osman, Acting Vice Chancellor, University of Technology Sarawak. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Dr. Hazami bin Jahari, Director General Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Haji Burhanuddin Muhammad Razzi, Managing Director, Lekopak Production, Sendirian Berhad. Yang berusaha, Puan Fauzilah Yatun binti Mustafa, Director, Policy and Research Department, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. Yang berusaha, Mr. Rasid Subet, Deputy Director, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka, Sarawak Branch. Yang berusaha, Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Firdaus Abong Abdullah, Chairman of BARIS 26 and the Director of UTS Publisher. Distinguished speakers and panelists, fellow participants and presenters, members of the UTS Executive Management Committee, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026 or BARIS 26. On behalf of the organizer, it is with great pleasure that I extend to all of you a very warm welcome and to say how grateful we are to those who have traveled quite a distance to be here today. To seek blessings for today's event, I would like to call upon Mr. Muhammad Kamarul Anwar bin Muhammad Sohaimi to recite the Doa.
Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wa mursalin Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, ya Rahman, ya Rahim. Pada pagi yang penuh keberkatan ini, kami menadah tangan merafakkan setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kehadrat-Mu kerana dengan limpah rahmat, kasih sayang dan izin-Mu kami dapat berhimpun dalam majlis pada hari ini, Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026, BARIS 26. Sesungguhnya segala puji dan syukur hanyalah milik-Mu, Tuhan sekalian alam, yang mengurniakan kesihatan, keselamatan dan kesempatan kepada kami untuk bersama-sama menjayakan majlis ilmu yang penuh bermakna ini. Ya Allah, ya Alim, ya Hakim, Engkaulah sumber segala ilmu dan kebijaksanaan. Kurniakanlah kepada kami ilmu yang bermanfaat, pemikiran yang tajam, kefahaman yang mendalam, serta hati yang sentiasa terbuka untuk menerima kebenaran. Jadikanlah simposium ini sebagai medan percambahan idea, perkongsian ilmu, pertukaran pengalaman dan perbincangan yang bermanfaat kepada seluruh warga akademik, para penyelidik, pelajar serta masyarakat keseluruhannya. Ya Allah, ya Fattah, bukakanlah pintu-pintu hikmah dan pengetahuan kepada semua pembentang, panel jemputan, moderator dan peserta yang hadir pada hari ini. Ilhamkanlah kepada mereka idea-idea yang bernas, pandangan yang bermanfaat serta perkongsian yang dapat memberi nilai tambah kepada perkembangan ilmu pengetahuan, penyelidikan dan inovasi. Semoga setiap perbincangan yang berlangsung menjadi pencetus kepada penyelesaian kepada pelbagai cabaran yang dihadapi oleh masyarakat, industri dan negara. Ya Allah, ya Qawiyun, ya Matin, kurniakanlah kepada institusi universiti ini kecemerlangan yang berterusan dalam bidang pendidikan, penyelidikan dan penerbitan. Jadikanlah universiti ini sebagai pusat penyebaran ilmu yang unggul, melahirkan graduan yang berintegriti, berilmu, berakhlak mulia serta mampu menyumbang kepada pembangunan negara dan kesejahteraan masyarakat sejagat. Ya Allah, kami mohon agar segala hasil perbincangan, penemuan, cadangan dan resolusi yang dicapai melalui simposium ini, Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026, BARIS 26, menjadi ilmu yang bermanfaat, membawa keberkatan dan memberi sumbangan yang bermakna kepada kemajuan pendidikan, pembangunan negara serta kesejahteraan ummah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim wa tub alaina innaka antas tawwabur rahim. Sallallahu ala sayidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Shukran jazilan, Mr. Kamarul Anwar. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin our ceremony today, it is my honor to invite Yang Berbahagia, Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Muhammad Shahril bin Osman, the Acting Vice Chancellor of University of Technology Sarawak, to deliver his welcoming remarks. Please join me in welcoming Yang Berbahagia, Professor.
Thank you, Madam MC. Yang berusaha, Madam Caroline, anak selepas Jonah, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, representing the Honourable Datuk Sri Roland Sangah Wiin, Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, Yang berbahagia Dr. Hazami bin Jahari, tahniah dapat Datuk, Director General Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka, Yang berbahagia Datuk Haji Burhanuddin Muhammad Razi, Managing Director Le Kopak Production Sdn Bhd, Yang berusaha Puan Fauzilah Yatun binti Mustafa, Director Policy and Research Department Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. Yang Berusaha Mr. Rashid Subed, Deputy Director Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka Sarawak Branch. My colleague Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Firdaus Abong Abdullah, Chairman of BARIS 26. Also our Director, UTS Publisher, distinguished speakers and panelists, fellow participants and presenter, members of the UTS Executive Management Committee, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning and warm greetings to everyone. History reminds us that civilization advanced not merely through discoveries, but through the preservation and sharing of knowledge. One of the catalysts of the European Renaissance was the invention of the printing press, which transformed books from rare possessions into accessible vessels of knowledge. Ideas that once belonged only to a privileged few could now travel across borders, generations, and societies. Today, we live in a very different age. Information is no longer scarce. It surrounds us in abundance, yet abundance presents its own challenges. The question before us is no longer whether information is available, but how it is interpreted, communicated, and transformed into wisdom. Information, like any other powerful tool, can illuminate minds, strengthen communities, and inspire progress, or it can mislead, divide, and distort. In this environment, the role of authors and readers become increasingly significant. Authors do more than write stories. They preserve memories, document realities, challenge assumptions, and imagine possibilities. Readers, in turn, do more than consume words. They give life to ideas, question perspective, and carry narrative into future. Together, authors and readers become custodians of knowledge, culture, and collection memory. In many ways, they also contribute to the development, talent, and innovation. A society that reads is a society that learns. A society that writes is a society that contributes. The habit of reading, critical inquiry, and intellectual expression are fundamental to nurturing the creativity, communication skills, and critical thinking required in an increasingly knowledge-driven world. At times, we may feel that every story has already been told, and every historical mystery has already been explored. Yet discoveries continue to remind us otherwise. Recently, report emerged of a rare 179-page manuscript written in classical Jawi and attributed to Sultan Tengah, awaiting further study and interpretation. Such discovery remind us that there are still stories waiting to be uncovered, understood, and shared. Perhaps one of our greatest challenges is not absence of stories, but our tendency to overlook our own. We readily recognize the names of great explorers, such as Ferdinand Magellan, Al-Biruni, and Christopher Columbus. Yet, the history of Borneo and the wider range was also shaped by explorers, navigators, traders, scholars, and storytellers whose journey remain less familiar to many of us. Their stories are no less significant. They form part of the foundation upon which our communities stand today and deserve a place within both regional and global conservation. What an exciting time it is to be a writer, a reader, researcher, or a creator. We have unprecedented opportunities to rediscover forgotten histories, preserve local wisdom, and share perspectives that deserve to be heard. More importantly, we have the responsibility to ensure that our stories are told by those who understand them most. This is precisely why gatherings such as BARIS, Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium, are so important. BARIS is more than an acronym. In Bahasa Melayu, the word baris means a line. So every book begins a line. For those authors, to start a line is quite difficult, especially for those researchers like myself. Every poem, every manuscript, every screenplay, every scholarly article, and every chapter of history is written line by line. Over time, the line becomes stories. Stories become memories. Memories become heritage. And heritage become the enduring legacy of people. Today, the motto of BARIS 2026, driving knowledge, inspiring talent, connecting communities, reflect this journey. Through the written words, knowledge is shared. Through the ideas, talent is nurtured. Through stories, communities are connected across generation, culture, and borders. Today, we gather not only to celebrate the power of words, but also to strengthen community committed to reading, writing, storytelling, scholarship, and lifelong learning. We gather to exchange ideas, inspire new works, foster meaningful collaboration, and reaffirm the importance of knowledge in shaping our future. The line written today may become the stories remembered tomorrow. To all our distinguished VIPs, honored guests, respected speakers, authors, educators, publishers, researchers, readers, students, participants, and friends, thank you for being part of this remarkable gathering. Your presence enrich this symposium and reflect our shared belief in the enduring value of knowledge and lifelong learning. On behalf of the BARIS Organizing Committee and UTS, University of Technology Sarawak, it is my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. We wish you a productive, inspiring, and memorable experience at Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium BARIS 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Professor, for your enlightening remarks. It is now my great pleasure to invite Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline Anak Cleophas Jonah, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, representing the Honorable Datuk Sri Roland Sagahuiin, Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development Sarawak, to deliver her speech and officially grace BARIS 26. Let us welcome Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline.
Thank you, Madam MC. Yang Berusaha, Professor IRTS Dr. Muhammad Shahril bin Osman, Acting Vice Chancellor, University of Technology Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Dato' Dr. Hazami bin Jahari, Director General Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. Yang berbahagia Dato' Haji Burhanuddin Muhammad Radzi, Managing Director, Leskopak Production, Sdn Berhad. Okay. My first time meeting you is an opportunity. Thank you. Yang Berusaha Puan Fauzi Lahyatun binti Mustafa, Director, Policy and Research Department, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. Yang Berusaha Mr. Rashid Subed, Deputy Director, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka Sarawak Branch. Yang Berusaha Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Firdaus Abong Abdullah, Chairman of BARIS 26, also Director of UTS Publisher. Okay. A very good morning and warm greetings to all. On behalf of Dato' Sri Roland Saga, I would like to extend his apology for not being able to be here due to other official commitment. However, I am honored to be here to deliver his speech. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to be here today to officiate the Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026, or BARIS 26. First and foremost, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations and appreciation to the Center of Publication, University of Technology, Sarawak, together with UCTS Consultancy and Services Sdn Bhd, UCSSB, Business Event Sarawak, Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka, Tribe Legacy Sarawak Campaign, and all supporting partners for successfully organizing this significant international gathering. Today, we are not merely celebrating books, publications, and literary works. We are celebrating ideas, knowledge, creativity, and the power of human expression. Most importantly, we are celebrating the ability of words to connect people, inspire innovation, preserve heritage, and shape the future. The Ministry of Education, Innovation, and Talent Development, Sarawak, is entrusted with a vital mission to empower education, foster innovation, and develop world-class talent capable of driving Sarawak's transformation into a prosperous, inclusive, and globally competitive region. This mission is anchored on three interconnected pillars: education, innovation, and talent development. Education equips individuals with knowledge, critical thinking, and the expertise to learn. Innovation transforms knowledge into meaningful solutions and new opportunities. Talent development, in turn, ensures that our people possess the skills, creativity, adaptability, and leadership needed to excel in a rapidly evolving world. Together, these three pillars form the foundation of Sarawak's future. As Sarawak advances towards becoming a high-income, innovation-driven economy, we recognize that success depends not only on technological advancement and economic growth, but also on our ability to nurture a knowledgeable, creative, and future-ready society. This is why MEITD continues to place strong emphasis on STEM education, research excellence, digital transformation, lifelong learning, and strategic international collaboration. Yet, while STEM remains an important driver of economic growth and technological progress, innovation does not happen in isolation. Ideas alone are not enough for innovation to create impact. They must be communicated, understood, and embraced by society. Every scientific discovery begins with an idea. Every innovation must be communicated. Every researcher must share knowledge. Every entrepreneur must tell a compelling story. Every leader must inspire others through words and purpose. Without effective communication, even the most groundbreaking discoveries may remain confined to laboratories and boardrooms, never realizing their full potential for delivering meaningful benefits to society. It serves as an important platform that bridges knowledge and society, connecting ideas with action, impact, and innovation with meaningful outcomes. This is precisely for this reason that the significance of BARIS 26 becomes so evident. The development of writers, readers, scholars, and knowledge communicators is not separated from our STEM agenda. It is an essential component of it. In today's knowledge economy, information is abundant, but the ability to communicate knowledge effectively remains a highly valuable skill. Researchers must communicate discoveries. Educators must inspire learners. Innovators must present ideas convincingly. Industries must translate technical knowledge into practical applications. Societies progress when knowledge is shared, understood, and transformed into action. The Symposium's commitment to bringing together authors, readers, academics, publishers, researchers, and creative practitioners reflects our belief that meaningful innovation emerges when diverse perspectives and disciplines come together. The Symposium's unique approach of connecting literature with arts, culture, science, and storytelling reflects the multidisciplinary mindset required in the modern world. Today's challenges, from climate change and food security to digital transformation and sustainable development, cannot be solved by a single discipline alone. They require scientists, engineers, educators, policymakers, communicators, entrepreneurs, and creative thinkers to work together. BARIS 26 serves as more than a literary symposium. It is a platform for cultivating ideas, developing talent, encouraging innovation, and strengthening global partnerships. I am particularly encouraged by the international participation in this symposium, the presence of distinguished authors, scholars, researchers, publishers, and professionals from various countries reflects Sarawak's growth reputation as a regional hub for education, innovation, and knowledge exchange. Knowledge knows no boundaries. When ideas move freely across borders, innovation flourishes. When people collaborate across cultures and disciplines, new opportunities emerge. And when knowledge is shared openly, society benefits collectively. As we look towards the future, let us continue to strengthen a culture that values reading, writing, research, creativity, innovation, and lifelong learning. Let us inspire the next generation not merely to consume information, but to create knowledge. Let us encourage our young people to become authors of ideas, innovators of solutions, and contributors to society. At MEITD, we believe that talent is nurtured through education, innovation is accelerated through collaboration, and progress is sustained through knowledge. BARIS 26 embodies these principles by bringing together diverse voices, experiences, and perspectives in a shared commitment towards learning, creativity, and intellectual growth. With these words, it gives me great pleasure to officially declare the Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026, or BARIS 26, open. Driving knowledge, inspiring talent, connecting communities. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you, Yang Berusaha, for the inspiring words. May I respectfully request Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline, to remain on stage to officiate the launch of BARIS 26. I would also like to invite all guests of honor to join Yang Berusaha on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at the much anticipated moment of the official launching of Borneo Author and Reader International Symposium 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen and stage area as we witness the symbolic launch of BARIS 26. On the count of 3, I would like to invite Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline, to place your palm on the digital launch tablet to officiate the symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, let us count together. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline, and distinguished VIPs. May I kindly request all VIPs to remain on stage as we proceed directly to the Memorandum of Understanding exchange ceremony between University of Technology Sarawak and our strategic partners. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now witness the first MOU exchange ceremony between UTS and Dewan Bahasa dan Pustaka. On behalf of UTS, may I invite Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Muhammad Shahril bin Osman, Acting Vice Chancellor of UTS. And on behalf of DBP, please welcome Yang Berbahagia, Datuk Dr. Hazami bin Jahari, Director General of DBP. Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Hazami. We now proceed with the second MOU exchange ceremony between UTS and Leko Park Production. On behalf of UTS, I would once again like to invite our Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Muhammad Shahril bin Osman. And on behalf of Leko Park Production, please welcome the Managing Director of Leko Park Production Sendirian Berhad, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Haji Burhanuddin Muhammad Razzi. Thank you, distinguished representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a round of applause for these meaningful partnerships. May the collaboration bring mutual success and create lasting value for all involved organizations. I would like to request all distinguished guests to remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the special highlights of BARIS 26 is our tribute to the late James Alexander Ritchie, whose contributions to Sarawak literature and historical writing remain invaluable. Please direct your attention to the screen for a special tribute video. May I now invite Yang Berusaha, Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Shahril bin Osman, the Acting Vice Chancellor of UTS, accompanied by our distinguished VIPs, to present a certificate of appreciation to the family representative of the late James Alexander Ritchie. I would also like to invite Madam Rebecca Ritchie, the daughter of the late James Alexander Ritchie, to come on stage to receive the certificate of appreciation and to give a few words.
It's such an honor to see my dad's work recognized like this, and I wish he were here today to see all his contributions appreciated by so many people. His work meant a lot to him and to our family as well. Thank you.
Thank you, and our deepest appreciation to Madam Rebecca Ritchie. Honorable guests, on behalf of the organizer, I would like to thank you for your gracious presence to our event today. As a token of our gratitude, allow me to once again invite Yang Berusaha, Professor Engineer Technologies, Dr. Shahril bin Osman, the Acting Vice Chancellor of UTS, to present the memento of appreciation to our guests of honor, Yang Berusaha, Madam Caroline Anak Cleophas Jonah, On behalf of the Honorable Datuk Sri Roland Sagah Wee In, Minister for Education, Innovation and Talent Development, Sarawak. Thank you, Yang Berusaha and all distinguished guests. I would like to respectfully request all our guests of honor to remain on stage one last time for a photo session. May I kindly invite all official photographers to please come forward and take the photo. Thank you. Now I would like to invite all our honorable guests and VIPs to visit the exhibition booth and poster area. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as our guests of honor are leaving the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please be informed that lunch will be served at the mezzanine floor at 11 o'clock. Muslim participants who wish to perform their prayers later may proceed to Pusat Islam right next door. And kindly be reminded that workshops session and oral and poster presentation will commence at 2 p.m. Kindly reconvene at your respected venues by 1:15